Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, I am glad to be here. Yes, I am. I'm glad. I'm happy to be here with you today. At first, I was like, what am I going to talk about? What is there to talk about? It is definitely a very relaxing day here in the Boston area. It has been mild compared to the other days, so it's not as hot or humid, but it is just a very beautiful afternoon, a time to sort of, I feel like, to relax. And so I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, but I do want to speak about flowers. And that was part of our goal to have a cut flower garden. And I think that I kind of managed to put it together by putting together a different assortment of shrubs and annuals and flowers that are really good for cutting. And one of them is zinnias. One of the flowers that are really good for cutting are zinnias. And there's a mosquito who wants to get me, so let me get him first. Yep, I got him. Good. All right. So there are the zinnias here, and zinnias are make very very good cut flowers, and they're very beautiful. You can see the different colors here, and I bought these zinnias from, or the zinnia seeds from the Dollar Tree. And there they had the seeds, the dollar, four for a dollar pack or $1.25 pack. And so I bought the seeds, and these are the California Giant style. And I um, planted them in early. I put them in different little seed starting packs and started them that way. But they turned out, now this is the size that I was really looking for, this size of zinnia from that particular pack. So this is the California Giants. But they also have other seeds mixed in with that as well. So zinnias are really good for cut flowers. And I think I see some people watching me and they're with me. Who's there? Come on, come in the chat and say hello. Oh, hello, Gardens Army. Hi, Beverly. How are you? How are you doing? I hope everything is well. Yes, beautiful bouquet as usual. Love the zinnias. Yes, Bev, I do love the zinnias too. And it was very difficult to cut them um, because I just love seeing them out in the garden. But hey, Yami, how are you? Peace to you too. Oh, good, good, good. Um, Cheryl Chisholm, hello, Miss Catherine. How are you doing this evening? I'm doing fine, thank you. So good to have you come and join me. Oh, this is wonderful. It's so good because I'm not talking to myself. Hey, Shinyami, yes. It's so good to have you to come and join me. And I was wondering, well, what should I talk about today? I didn't have anything in particular. And today is um, the first, the second? Yeah, the 2nd of August. So now we're into August. We say goodbye to July and hello to August. And right now things it, are kind of speeding up, I guess, or things are moving rapidly as far as the produce. My tomatoes are starting to come in, and I have a lot of zucchini and other things as well. Um, so the peppers are starting to see peppers, and my patty pan squash is starting to develop and things. But still, it's just Jackint Morrison. How are you? How are you, J? Uh, Jackint. Morrison. I hope I'm not jacking up your name. Pardon me. Jackant. Yes, Morrison. So good to have you to come and join us. I'm glad that you love the zinnias. Yeah, so hello, Sonia. How are you? Good to have you all come in. Yes. Oh, wow. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. All right. So I was wondering, what should we talk about today? And I was really drawing a blank. You're doing well. That's good. I got your info, by the way, Sonia. Yes. Thank you for sharing that with me. Um, I I really didn't know what to talk about, and I was looking through this magazine that I got from Stop and Shop, which is a local supermarket, and I saw this on the cover, and this was from April that I had just thrown aside, put aside there. But then there was a reason why I kept it, because inside of it they offered this. Ask a florist, ask a store florist, and they gave this instructions on how to pick flowers or what to do with the floral arrangements. And I said, oh, this would be really good for us, because usually I'm just doing my own thing, just putting it together just as I see it. And so I was looking at this, and it says to fill a vase halfway with clean water and add flower food. Well, I don't have flower food. Remove leaves from the stems that fall below the water line. Trim 1 inch from the bottom of each stem on a diagonal. Well, I had already started to do that. So let me just show you the flowers that I gathered. So I gathered the zinnias that you see here, right? Is that there's different zinnias, and I loved the colors. Look at that. Look at the colors there. That's some right there. And then I loved this one. I didn't have a lot of this color, but isn't that color beautiful? This is a California um, Giants zinnias. And look at this color. Isn't that pretty? Yes. And then this. And the yellow. Um, I really love this color. It's a soft, peachy color. Really pretty. Let's see. Do I have any more? Um, and this one. Now this is very pretty. Oops, there's an ant on it. Let me shake off that ant. All right, so um, those are the center, or the main important flowers, the zinnias. And then it says, if using, add a few sprigs of green herbs or foliage, following the rim of the vase, and crisscross the stems. Add small flowers in the same way, varying their height. So this is what they tell you to do here. So you see step one, which I have the vase, and I already cut off and pulled off most of the leaves off of it. But then it says to get the fillers. And so I went around looking for fillers. And this is spirea. Hey Deborah, how are you? This is spirea from the spirea bush. And I just cut some of them, and I like the branches, the flowers on the leaves on the spirea, because it's similar to these flowers. I said, oh, I think that will go very nice with it. But this is the spirea flower right there. So I'm pulling off the leaves here, and I'm going to stick these in, because this is the uh, filler. It's one of the fillers. So I'm going to just stick these in. And I believe that these will help. The branches from the spirea will help to keep everything together. You know, help to keep the other flowers in place. And also, I um, I got this mint. This is chocolate mint from the garden, and it's starting to flower. So I said, oh, I think this would make a good filler. So we'll add this in there as well. And they said to crisscross it. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of crisscrossing, but we'll try. Did you see what I'm doing? Let me see if I can lower it a little bit. Yeah. So you can see how I'm like, doesn't it look nice already? Deborah says, I'm doing fine. I canned raspberries jam. I was gifting some and didn't want them to go bad. And I don't eat frozen fruits. So I decided to make jam. I love jam. Me too, Deborah. So this is the mint that I'm sticking in here. And then remember those seeds that I had bought from Baker Creek? This is called. This is great for teas. This is what I was supposed to use for teas, and this is called dragon head balm. And look at the flower. I said, oh, this flower would be excellent to add as a filler in, and this actually came out really good. So I'm going to just pop this color in here all around. Now, you know I'm not a florist, but I am just trying out different things. And we said as a group, as a gardening community, that we wanted to grow flowers. Well, these are herbs here that I'm using as fillers. Oops, there's an ant. Ooh. I think this is looking good already, myself. If I say so myself, what do you all think? Look at it. It looks pretty good already, huh? So then now I'm going to add, now this is my phlox, my purple phlox. I said I need one accent plant, something that is big and bold. Yes, using the herb, and it smells so good, Deborah. The herb smells so good as a filler. Um, Deborah says, oh, that's a good idea, using the herbs as fillers. Yes. And this is a phlox. Now, this phlox has really great, it has memories for me because I actually dug this out, the phlox, from the church garden. My childhood church that I grew up at, I was visiting or driving by and visiting, and I saw the pastor out there, and I saw him working in the garden, and I started talking with him and so forth. My cousin and I, we were together, and I said to him, what is that? And I said, can I get a piece of that phlox? Come on, I need to put it in my garden. And he dug up a chunk of it, a big division of it, and gave it to me. And I put it in the garden. And then it's been in the garden for like 3 or 4 years and started really growing big. By the third year, it was really nice and big, that clump. So then I divided the clump and I put it in a different part of the garden, and it was getting shrouded by other stuff. So I dug it up in the spring and I put it in the upper garden, and it is looking so beautiful. The phlox is just pretty. It's purple phlox, and because it has sentimental value, because of the fact that I saw it as a child growing up. When we'd run around the churchyard, and we'd see the flowers in the garden, um, and so that is what that is. So I'm gonna just stick it in the top here. I think it's a little high. Let me clip it a little bit here. So I'm just putting it here in the middle. Yeah. So now they say with making the arrangement for, hey Francesca, how are you? So this is what I'm following. Ask a store florist. Store floral expert Juan shares his tips for buying fresh flowers and making simple, beautiful arrangements at home. Well, we don't have to buy the flowers from the florist from the shop. I actually went into my garden and got my own flowers and shrubs and things to make a floral arrangement. And I decided to share it with you all, the process, because this is the time when the zinnias are out. And so the zinnias are so beautiful and so full, and yet I don't want to cut a lot of them. So it's not like some of my other flower arrangements where I can cut a lot of the particular flowers because they're just coming in. You're welcome. So here's the third step. So that's the first. If you wanted to follow, that's the first step. The first step is to get some clean water, and then to take off the leaves at the bottom of the stems so that they don't sit in the water. Right now, I don't mind them sitting in the water because they're going to be out here and they'll probably last for a couple of days. The floral arrangements that I make for you all tend to last for about 4 or 5 days outside. Um, but it's just for the fun of it here. And then here, the third step here in making the floral arrangement. Okay, the second step is if using add a few sprigs of green herbs or foliage, following the rim of the vase and crisscross the stems, add smaller flowers in the same way, varying their height and height slightly. So that's what I've got so far, which I think looks really cute with what I have here. And I just used my spirea um, as a filler, some mint, this dragon dragon balm, and what else? Yeah, so that's my filler. You have ferns? Yeah, I was gonna add some fern, but I said they look like they will wilt on me, Francesca. But yeah, ferns are good too, and I do have some fern in the garden. So now I'm going to add the smaller flowers around the vase. And these are zinnias, and I showed you the zinnias. I love these zinnias. Zinnias are so easy to grow. You could either direct sow them, or you could plant them, in little containers, these seed packs, and then plant them out. Um, but they work best. Zinnias are good when it's not too when it's hot. When it's cold, they don't do too well in growing. So let me just tuck these in here. Oh wow, it's starting to look really nice. I think so. I love this one. Isn't this pretty? It looks like um, what is the word? Not chambray. What is it? When it starts from one color and it lightens up as it moves up. I love that. Isn't that pretty? All you purple lovers, I'm sure that you love this one. No, I don't bring them to display at the church, um, Francesca. This is really good. Now this red is, or orangey red is really the size that I was looking for with the giant. Chans Bo, how are you? Chans Bo. And I think I saw G Mama Grows. Is G Mama? Hi, G Mama Grows. How are you? Yes. So I'm gonna just add this to the top here and stick it in here. All right. So that's it. I think it came out pretty good. Following the instructions there. Usually I have usually, let me turn it around for you. I love this. Doesn't that look good? I love this one with because I think um, this really shows up nice, this shrub. My spirea, it's called Big Bang, I think Big Bang spirea or something like that. Shows up really good there. Look at the colors. It's like a rainbow beauty. Yes. I like that idea, Francesca. I think it came out really pretty. Wow. I like this one. Look at that. Usually I place all of the flowers in the front facing you all and use this as the back. But this time in making this arrangement, I spread the flowers all around. And the zinnias. Zinnias are beautiful flowers, cut flowers to grow. If you didn't grow them this year in your garden, make sure you grow them next year because they are really beautiful and they're very easy to grow and to plant. And you'll have some beautiful flowers. And instead of going to the florist to buy your flowers, you can create your own cut flower garden. And the thing is that you don't have to have a whole lot of flowers. Just intermingle the annuals in amongst your flower border, in amongst your vegetables. You know how I grow anyway. I mix everything together. And then you'll be able to take some of them and use them for floral arrangements. And this is so pretty that you don't have to. I would say if you had to buy this might cost you $20 or plus for this for a bouquet like this and in the same kind of vase. And you can get these different vases at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So if you get a combination, a couple of different ones, and decide how you want to put it together, or another place where you can collect vases too is at like Goodwill, or if you are into thrifting. Good thing about doing this out here is that I can just toss it over into the, I can toss the leaves into the border. But yeah, look at that. You can get different containers and vases from Goodwill, or thrifting if you go to the thrift store and pay like dollars for them, or go to Dollar Tree. They have different vases. You can get glass vases like that. And then go around your garden. I am encouraging each and every one of you to do this, to go around your garden and get the fillers from your shrubs. You could use your shrubs like you know like I use my spirea or other plants that you have, shrubs that you may have in your garden. And then also collect some of the herbs. And if you've grown zinnias or other flowers, you don't have to, that way you don't have to cut all of them, but maybe if you cut a couple, like 2 or 3 or 4 of the nice ones, your specialty flowers, and then get the fillers, like the phlox here, which is, I have a lot of phlox, or what the ones that you may have a lot of, and create your own. Yeah, I've seen people use dill as a filler before. Yeah, that's true, Francesca. Like the herbs, like the carrots, the flowers from the carrots. Um, or you can use the oregano or different flowers. I miss going to yard sales and flea markets with my mother. Good stuff there. Yes. Yeah, and so that's good, G Mama. I haven't been to the Goodwill in a while, but from there I've picked up though some really good vases and planters and things that you can add to your garden that don't cost a lot of money, but are really good stuff. It's just that people don't want them anymore. So, um, you know, so you can take them and use them, and then fill them with the flowers from your garden. Next year, be intentional about growing flowers for cut flower garden. And if you zinnias are the most easiest of them all and the most sturdy, I think, of the annual flowers. And you can make your own arrangement. Instead of going to the florist, you can become the designer of your own bouquet coming from your garden. And it is inspirational, I think. And I love doing this. You all have inspired me actually to cut the flowers in my garden. And when I present the arrangements to you all each week, it really inspires me and makes me feel good that I can share up close the beauty of my garden with you and the flowers. But zinnias are the most easiest. And I pulled out my book, The Cut Flower Garden, this that I had purchased last year. Grow, harvest, and arrange stunning seasonal blooms. This is with Erin Benzakeem, and she talks about zinnias. And zinnias tend to be one of her. If you look at the back here, see her zinnias there seem to be what she's really into, and she is hybridizing her zinnias by saving the seeds and selecting specific zinnias that she really likes and saving those seeds and then breeding them. So I mean, it's really a lot. Hey, Sharon, thank you. um, and so here she shows her zinnias here in the pictures. You see that? And growing her zinnias and making her bouquet. See how simple that is? You could even use a jar, one of those jars that you get your tomato sauce in, and use one of those jars as a vase to gather your and to make and create your bouquet. Yeah. So um, she gives some suggestions. Check out her other. See that color? I got that color too. Look at that. That nice orangey apricot color. And then she has that there. So, sometimes people make things seem so difficult, so unusual, so special. But you can do it too. It's just what they call romancing the ordinary, and put some romance into it. And on that note, I pulled out my Victoria magazine, which gives some inspiration too of flowers and floral arrangements. Some of you who may have hydrangeas in your garden, you can cut a few of them and put them in a vase, a container and create your own arrangements. And it's the little things. It's the little things that if we take the time to just gather, it's the process too, I would say. The process of looking at the flowers carefully, thinking about what would make a good arrangement, observing them, and just seeing what can you put together to create a beautiful arrangement. And the thing is that Mother Nature, she helps us with this, because all flowers seem to work together to me, as far as I'm concerned. They all seem to work well together. And they call these kind of bouquets farm stand bouquets. To me, they're like the cottage bouquets. And right now, sunflowers are a big hit too. I used to save odd-shaped glasses to use as a vase. I'm in love with the paste salsa glass. It makes a beautiful vase. Oh, thank you for that, Deborah. Yeah, I think the salsa glass is the tomato. If you get the different tomato um, jars, that they make good vases as well. And you could put together, I'm just looking here quickly to see if I can see um, some more arrangements. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Look at that. But I don't think it's the real. I think it's the sweetest petals. I think this person has created this some with fake flowers. Let's see, or real flowers bloom into a stunning and sugary pursuit. Anyway, um, but you can see that. You see how that arrangement is put together there. She's just gathering different flowers of the same color scheme. And this person used a branch. And I don't know what she's doing with it here, but check this out. She's putting together her flowers for a floral arrangement. Are you feeling inspired, people? And then if you don't have a garden, you can always go to the florist and get some flowers. Treat yourself to flowers too. Um, you can do that as well. So that's what I have to share with you today. But what do you all have in mind? What's on your mind? How is your August coming along? Let me just show you some more of these zinnias. I love zinnias. I love zinnias. And apparently Erin loves zinnias too. She loves all of the different colors. And here she gives an example of a hand-tied market bouquet. See that? See how it's just fine? I think if you find a particular color scheme that you like, that you can then use that color. Like if you love the purples, you can use the purples and the pinks and the kind of fuchsia colors together and create, the light pinks, create that beautiful bouquet. Or you could just have it like a rainbow of color, just following the color, just whatever is available, making it work. And you could do like what I did, actually use some of your shrubs that will help to pull out the other colors. And the leaf colors here, the variation in the leaf colors help to bring out the other colors in the flowers. Well, what are you all saying? Come on, ask me a question or make a comment. Let me go back. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Do you like this? Do you like me showing you this? And have you been making any arrangements? Is this inspiring anybody to cut their flowers and make some arrangements? Or go to the supermarket and get yourself a bouquet? I think I said hello to everybody. Oh, Beverly says, nicely done. That's pretty. Thank you, says Shansvo. Francesca says, it's like a rainbow of beauty. Thank you, Francesca. G Mama says, pretty. Sonia says, very pretty. Deborah says, that's pretty. Francesca says, I've seen people use dill as a filler before. Yeah. G Mama says, I miss going to yard sales and flea markets with my mother. Good stuff there. Yes. Yes, it is, says G Mama, says Sonia. Sharon says, good afternoon. We say hello to Sharon. Sharon says, lovely flowers. Yami says, hello to Sharon. Deborah says, I used to save odd-shaped glasses to use as vase, and I'm in love with the paste salsa glass. It makes a beautiful vase. That's a cute idea, says Deborah, says Sonia. Let's grow. Yes. Can you share your collection of vases and jars you use as vases? I don't have a whole lot, but I can do that. Yes, I'm going to have to go to the grocery store and pick me up a bouquet. Yes. Thank you, Sonia. I feel good about this. At least I inspired you to treat yourself to some flowers. I know that you are building your garden and putting it together and trying to get your ideas together. But that doesn't mean that you have to deny yourself flowers. Yes, that's a great idea. So my job is done. You know what? And I think that we should treat ourselves to the good things. And it's not a lot, but it brings you joy. And even you arranging your own flowers like this is a good creative thing for you to do. And I would encourage each and every one of you and myself to continue to find ways to be creative, because that just adds joy to you. As human beings, we love to create. That's why you've enjoyed growing things in the garden and gathering things and going and purchasing seeds and gathering seeds and gathering vases and different things, because you want to express yourself. And floral arrangements, gardening like this, putting things together, coming up with your own creation is a way of you. Do you all get what I'm saying? Self-expression. It brings joy. It brings creativity up. And we're all creative. Don't let anybody fool you. You have a creative bone in your body. And yes, you can create your own luscious, delicious, wonderful, beautiful to the eye candy floral arrangement. So I am challenging, this is a challenge for all of you to go on out there and into your yard and look at it, at all of your flowers and your shrubs and everything, and put together a floral bouquet, and then send me pictures of it so I can put it in the community tab and in the website. I know I've been bad with the website. I haven't really kept up with the website, but I do and will add it to the community tab. So that's the challenge, to take pictures and send it to me of your bouquet. Yeah, and then we can share them, and then I'll feel good that you have been inspired by my making a bouquet with you all. Oh, and if you agree with me, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, if you agree with what I'm saying, and uh, if you want to take up the challenge, hit the like button. Okay, good, good. Yeah, just send it. Send me a pic of your bouquet that you made. Oh, so Beverly, you make bouquets. That's good. Who else makes bouquets? Any of the rest of you make bouquets with your flowers? Put it in the chat. And what is your favorite flower, by the way? What is your favorite flower? And put it in the chat so that we can talk about it. And anything else, anything that's, what would you like to talk about here? Any other questions? Any thoughts? I sure do. You do? Oh, so I'm talking to a pro. Ah, yes. Yes, definitely send some so that we can see. All right. Any other comments, people? Anything new for August? What are you all doing for August? Are you? My favorite flower is the calla lily. Oh yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I want to see Gardens of Me pics too. Make sure you send a lot, Bev. I like single or three flowers bouquet. Okay. Nice and simple and beautiful. I love looking at your canned produce. All right, Francesco, I'm challenging you to now go out and look at your flowers and your herbs and create a floral arrangement. All right? So I'm looking forward to seeing your picture. And you may not have zinnias, but maybe, as you remember when I was starting the process and you just saw all of the fillers, they were beautiful alone. Even before I popped in the zinnias, that was looking so beautiful. It was a nice arrangement. That's nice too, Francesca. I know. Francesca is a diligent woman, but Francesca, you need to add some flowers too, and you can look at your flowers. Challenge accepted. Good. Yay! It's always good to push yourself, to try something different. What else? And maybe I will try canning one of these days too. I'll have to get all of the equipment, to can. And have enough food to can too. Anyway, yeah. What is growing in your yard, in your gardens, people? What's going on in your garden? And share with me. Tell me what's happening in your gardens. Any questions? By the way, that flower back there that you see, that is a proven winner's petunia, bubblegum. And I've always heard them talking about it and how prolific it is. And truly, it is doing very, very well. Look at that. Do you see that? I think I can recommend that petunia from Proven Windows. I'll send pictures. Good, Deborah. Thank you for sending pictures. You always send pictures, and I do thank you for that. I have a beaker that I use too. Okay. Francesca says, my roses are getting ready for making rose hip jelly. Yes. Send the recipe for the rose hip jelly because I have one of my roses, um, which is Ragosa Rose. It's this year has decided to make rose hips, and they are starting to develop. They're starting to turn red, and I think I might have enough to do something with them. Or could you, G Mama, are you there? Do you make rose hip tea? I think somebody had told me that rose hips were good for making tea. Is that so? rose hips tea. So I was thinking of also gathering them and using them to for tea as well. Um, so let me know if it's possible to make rose hips tea, or what you need to do. Do you need to dry the rose hips, or can you just um, use them naturally? And what about the seeds? Do you use the seeds too with the rose hips, Francesca, when you're making your jam, or is it just the outer skin? Let me know. It's something I have to research. But anyway, are there any questions? Anything? Any good news? Any good news to give about what's happening in your garden? Are you harvesting? Yes, rosehip tea is awesome. It needs to steep a little longer. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. Now, do you dry the leaves, G Mama? I mean the hips. Do you dry them, or do you just use them natural, in their natural state? Because I might just try that this week. Yeah. So I am I am thankful that you all have stopped by. I run them through my juicer that I use when I can my spaghetti sauce. Okay. Oh, you use them. Oh, that's what you do. Oh. Uh, Next week, I don't know if I'm going to be a. Uh, Look out for me next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be. Both are fine. Mine are mostly dried. Okay, thank you, G Mama. I may not be with you next week because I will be away from the garden for a little bit next week. So I might not be with you, but even so, wow, I'm going to have to try rose hip tea. Sounds interesting. Yes, Sonia. That's what I like. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's why when you come here, I want you to learn something new. And I'm so glad when we're able to share that together. You know, when you are able to share your secrets and your tips and tricks and things that you do in your garden and how you enjoy your garden here with us, here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And I am so happy to be able to share what I have with you all as well. And I thank you for your time. You know, your time is valuable. You didn't have to stop in and say hello, but you did. And I do truly appreciate your presence here with me, um, uh, here on the live, because it would be very boring without you. But because you're there giving your feedback, your energy, you know, I do get inspiration and energy from your comments in the chat. It just makes it much more interesting and exciting. So, as we welcome in August, I hope that you're able to harvest, enjoy your harvest, enjoy your herbs. Yes, we are gathering different herbs and creating the two things that we talked about that we wanted to do here at Catherine's Garden and Home was to grow herbs for teas and also to grow flowers and have a flower garden where we can pick our flowers and make arrangements. So I'm really thankful that we're able to accomplish our goals in the garden and bring ourselves, you know, give ourselves a little bit more joy and inspiration. So I want to thank you as we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, grow, yeah, me. Grow, 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 yeah, me. Grow, grow, Sonia. Grow, grow, gardens are me. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right, Jemima. Grow. That's right. You like when I say that? And Catherine's got it at home. Yeah, yeah. Grow, grow, Francesca. My milkweed smells amazing. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, grow, Sharon. Grow, grow, Shans. Grow, 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 Deborah. She's growing, Deborah, as she makes her raspberry jelly, raspberry jam. Grow, grow. She's growing sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, Deborah. Sweeter, 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 Deborah, as she grows together. Yes. And gardens on me, Beverly, as she creates her beautiful bouquet of floral arrangements. We are looking forward to those pictures. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're looking forward to those pictures. And thank you so much. Sonia, thank you. Deborah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gardens Are Me. And I am inviting you all to join the community, if you haven't, to check that out and support the channel if you want to, so that as we come up with new and creative things, that we can expand our territory. I can buy more vases. I can go to Goodwill and shop with the scents that I'm receiving. So I'm inviting you to join. Thank you so much. Deborah joined, and Sonia has joined, and I think, yeah, and Thelma also joined. Yes. So I want to say thank you. You're welcome, Miss Catherine. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much. And let us continue to visit with one another, visit each other's channels, and have a wonderful evening. Have a blessed night, everyone. Pics will be on the way. Woo! That's good. That's really good. And all of the others that were here, if I didn't call your name, let me just make sure that I go through and just not miss anybody. I think I hit everybody. Chance, I did mention you. Chance Bo, Yami, Francesca. Francesca, did I say your name? Did I sing you? Grow, Francesca. Yes. Francesca's growing really well. She's got her hands full with beautiful produce. Jackint Morrison, thank you, Jackint, for coming to join us here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And Cheryl Chisholm, yes, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, as we grow together. And all of you that listen to the replay, thank you so much for being a part of Catherine's Garden and Home. Every time you hit the view and you click on the channel, it just supports the work and it inspires me to keep on going. Yes, and if you can share with others this channel so that we can grow our subscriber numbers as well, I would definitely appreciate it. All right, so have a wonderful evening, and I will keep you informed if we will be meeting next week, because I will be away from the garden, but I can possibly take you maybe on a field trip or let you see what's going on around me. Hands are full, but heart is fuller. Okay, Francesca, you're so full. You're so full of delight. You make us happy. Thank you so much. All right, have a good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And treat yourself to a bouquet of flowers. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye. You make me so happy. Thank you for the energy. I appreciate it. Bye.